It's time. Hey guys, I am here with John Blank, aka Thor. So Thor, let me ask this. Why are you called Thor, and then why do people call you a different name?
Well, they started calling me Thor when I first came into Jiu-Jitsu. This one guy, Elvin Gomez, gave me the nickname because I had really long hair at the time, and it's been slowly falling out since then. But I had the hair down to my shoulders, blonde hair, and, I'm in shape, so Thor just kind of stuck.
There are worse superheroes to be called,
exactly.
First and foremost. Second, when that does happen, is it because you're very strong? Like, the word on the street that I know from all the people who know you, and they speak very highly of you, is just that you have an incredible strength to your jiu-jitsu. And a lot of times people are like, don't compliment my strength. I've got technique as well. But we'll get to that. But is that where it comes from? Are people afraid of your strength?
I guess so, yeah. My dad was a power lifter, and he got me starting to lift him when I was like 12 years old, and I pride myself on my strength a little bit.
You should. I mean, it's not just that, but the technique is there to follow, and there's a lot of really cool creative things that you do that I think a lot of people who are power lifters wouldn't be able to move their body quite like the way that you do, especially when you seem comfortable letting people pass you and getting to side and finding that flexibility and the angles to get those kind of reverse mount moments or any kind of like sweeps that you can start from there. Oh, don't worry about it. I got you, dude. But I find that one of the things that's so interesting about that is you keep very calm, you switch things up, and then when you need to pressure pass, you have that as well. So talk to me about your day. Tell me about your first match. Let's go there.
Well, my first match was against, Damien, I forget. Yes. And he was really strong. I pulled guard. I put in my stomp. That's what I like to do off bottom. And, he had good passing and all. I thought I took his back and got to that crucifix, and I thought I had him there. I'm pretty.
It was close, dude, yeah.
I'm pretty good from that spot, I like to think. And he just stood up. And when he did that, I went for that rear naked for about 2 seconds. And then I thought, you know what, I really don't want to get dropped on my head, so I kind of just let it go. And, I was able to, keep playing my game. I went Ashi on him. He turned out I got that ham sandwich on him, which is something I hit in the room, but I've never hit in competition, so that felt really good.
For non-10th planet people, kind of a calf slicer?
Yeah, it's a calf slicer from behind. Like.
Sorry, when you guys start going into the names that you've given these things, it's like, oh, I hit the Diet Coke to the sunny side up. We got moons over my hammy and finished off with a half calf decap.
Yeah, we got some interesting names, but I think it's fun.
It's absolutely fun, and you know what? It's a great language into itself because I find that sometimes that half second that people go, wait, half sandwich, wait, what does that mean? And then they're already like, I got heel hooked. You sons of bitches.
Exactly. It's like if Holland or Zach was just like, yo, go for the calf slicer, everyone knows what they're saying. But if they go ham sandwiches,
To be fair, though, the way that you set up that particular calf slicer, it is very difficult to kind of counter just because by then it's probably going to be too late anyway. So Damien, a very game competitor, so number one there. Number two, we go into a match with you and Steven Martinez. Now, can I admit something to you? Okay. I'm homies with Damien, but I'm also homies with Steven Martinez. Yeah. Now, here's where I get excited. When I see Styles make matches, I look at that and I say, now this is a match I could watch over and over again. Talk to me about that match.
Dude, that match, I got to admit, I don't look at brackets because I get scared. So I didn't look at any of the competitors in this. And when they said Steven Martinez for the first on the weigh-ins, I was like, oh, shit, he's in the tournament. I hope I don't get called second. And I got called for the second match, and I was like, oh, that's great. And, I knew his name. I knew his name, obviously. But like I said, I don't really look up people, but my buddy back home looks up everybody, even guys I'm going against, and he's texting me. He's like, oh, dude, he's going to do this. And I'm just like starting to – I got to admit, I was really nervous before that match because I know he's good.
Here's some good news about that. You happen to have some good coaches, a good team, and I know that they're familiar and they look it up for you. So I think that you're safe playing what you want to play, and I think any good coach recognizes don't if that's not your thing, don't do that. If it is your thing, do it. But obviously in the match it seemed to pay off because you were playing your game, and that's when you were excelling the best, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That dude he was crazy strong. His pressure was insane, and I got to work. Actually, after the match, I had him show me the pressure passing he was doing, and you know what? I admit I need to work on my pressure passing. And the little 2 minutes he showed me stuff, it really I think it's
dude, he's a pressure passing hero of mine. I look at his pressure passing, and it's a testament to not just obviously your strength, but your frames that were keeping you such at bay when I know I have experienced that had an arm triangle from him. It's not fun.
I thought about quitting. I gotta admit that I thought about quitting.
No. You did fantastic from there, and I think you ended up getting. This is what people wanted to know because it happened very quickly. But it was a triangle armbar.
Yeah.
Which was it on that?
Well, I got the triangle from the back to hold him in position, then I cranked on his arm.
Okay.
So technically it was an armbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were unclear, but we just all did this, where we go, oh, that's pretty sick.
That worked.
So, okay, then you go from there, then you go to your third match. What happens in your third match, sir?
That was against another 10th Planet guy, which, it sucks going against another 10th Planet.
10 Planet on 10 Planet Crime.
But, I mean, I don't know. I kind of have it in my head, I'm not losing to another 10th Planet guy. So, I pulled guard again. I went deep half, and he lifted his hips up a little bit, I think he was trying to jump to mount or something, and that gave me the space to get to Ashi, and I just put the heel in place, and that was a quick one.
Beautiful. Looked really nice. All right, now let's talk about this finals match. I talked a little bit with Chase, your game competitor, Mr. Chase Davis. Yeah. Awesome guy. I really like seeing your camaraderie
I like
right
Chase.
Before the match. Now, it's different when it happens after because everybody's all besties and friends, but game competitors want to do the best they can, and they want to do that. But I saw you guys exchange right before the final and just exchange some pleasantries. And he said to you, he was like, oh, man, I figured I have to fight Thor in the finals. And you told him.
I have to fight Chase now. I mean, I've met Chase once before, and he's a nice guy, but we're friends on Facebook. Yeah. And, we'll back and forth talk to each other. And, I mean, he's just a nice guy. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I like him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
did he at one point during your match, and I need to get confirmation at this, I thought I saw him laughing, and then he was like, business, wait, hold on. Did he say that?
Yeah, no, we were actually talking about it before the match, because he said something like, I try to keep it real serious during the match. I try to keep, professional. And I said to him, I'm the total opposite. I'll try to make you laugh in the middle of the match, because really? I don't know what it is, but I think it helps my nerves. But, I'll talk to somebody in the middle of a match. I'll be like, I remember I went against his teammate in Sapaterio once, Jesse Ray, who I don't know if you know him. He's freaking humongous. And he had me in an arm triangle at one point. And Holland yells out in the middle of the match. He's like, you're okay down there? I was like, yeah, but it really sucks right now. And Jesse started laughing and then starts cranking it harder. And it's I don't know. It's just, it helps me stay a little calmer to
this part I understand. The jiu-jitsu and being good at that, not so much my genre. But what I do understand is I tell people this. I'm like, if you initiate the trash talking, I'm going to win that. I'm not going to win the roll. I might get sweeped. I might get submitted. But I'm 100% winning the trash talk portion of the match. So I can very much understand and respect that. So how'd you end up finishing that match, sir?
I got a Kimura to get to his back, and when I got there, I felt pretty comfortable, and I went to that reverse triangle again, that same thing, and I squeezed real hard because I can choke people out that way. I've put people to sleep that way before, and as soon as I got his arms out, he tapped before I got it to the armbar finishing position. So I assume it was from just the leg squeeze, but
very potential.
I kind of hope it was.
Because especially when you're like, I'm done with the day. Yeah. If we can just make this end quicker, that'd be great.
That's what I'm all about. I mean, I want to get in, get out, and it's time to go get some food and take a shower.
I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I do want to talk about some great things. I saw that when you were giving the cash out. What does that cash mean to you?
Well, I mean, I got a full-time job. This isn't what I do for a living. I make enough money at my job, and my girlfriend, someone rear-ended her a month back, and actually drove off from the scene. So she got stuck with the bill on a hit and run, and her car got totaled. So she needs a new car. So, the whole week, I didn't tell anybody, but I was planning on giving her the money for the down payment. And I told her right before the finals, and, I just wanted to pitch in for her down payment.
Well, that's fantastic. That's you know what I mean? It's I like Chase, but this story's better. No, I mean, first of all, just seeing you were emotional, you were really, really excited. All of those emotions hit you. Mm-hmm. You go through all those different things. But I know the feeling that it has to be able to give somebody and help out and pitch out. So kudos to you, sir. That's no easy task to do, because I know when people say, what are you going to do with your money? And I'm like, oh, me. And I'm going to keep this, sir.
I mean, any money I've won off jiu-jitsu, I try to make it the first time I ever won money off jiu-jitsu, I won $800 and we went on a vacation with it. Or the second time I won $300 and it was that was a couple dinners out. This was $2,000. That's a lot more. So,
that's huge.
It's going to really help out with that. Yeah. So.
Well, good on you, man. Okay, well, let's talk about this belt. You got this Ultimate Mat Warriors belt. I got to ask, can we take care of any sponsors real quick?
I mean, I got to say thanks to Checkmate for giving me. They gave me some money, and they were on my rash guard and stuff. But I mean, if anyone wants to sponsor me, I'd really appreciate it.
Hold on. So you don't have any like current full-time sponsors,
No,
right?
nothing like that. Okay. Nothing like that.
Do you mind? This is my favorite thing to do. Come on close to the camera. All right, guys, this is my favorite game to play, which is called We Need to Sponsor This Guy. Now, we're playing this with a very, very specialized version because kind of does pretty good at jiu-jitsu. But John, also known as Thor, this is the kind of stuff he does with his money. He gives it to the people he loves. So it's kind of one of those things where if you're going to help out anybody who's kind of sick nasty at jiu-jitsu, you want to help the good people who we don't give a lot of money in jiu-jitsu for prize money, but when they do give it, they give it all. And so I think that's pretty commendable. And I think it's kind of a dumb situation. No, I'm going to use the real word. Shitty situation that this man doesn't have sponsors because he just crushed it today with some high caliber competition. So what I want to do is I want to see the next time I interview this man, somebody sponsoring him. I don't care who it is. I hope it's good. But you know who you are. Sponsor this man. You good with that?
Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm going to be looking. Next time I'm going to look and see on this rash guard and see if he's wearing somebody who's sponsoring him. All right. We good with that?
Thank you so much, man.
Please, I didn't do anything. You did all the heavy lifting. I just want to shame people to make people feel like dicks because it's just like it's dumb when great people at jiu-jitsu don't do that. Are you doing privates and seminars as well?
No, I teach class on Thursday night at our school. Like I said, I mean, I work a full-time job. I work a lot of overtime, but I mean, the dream is to do this, but eventually. But
well, let's make that happen.
I hope so.
If you guys are looking to have, seminars, privates, I would hit up this guy. Maybe next time you're in California, you might see this guy doing a seminar or a private over at some places that I know. I'm just saying the LA Jiu-Jitsu Club. I don't know. I don't know any better. But John, Thor, whatever you go by today, I just want to say congratulations. You did a phenomenal job out there. We look forward to seeing you come back and win again. And for the love of God, get sponsorship, you assholes. But we want to say go enjoy yourself and the rest of your day.
Thank you so
Sounds
much,
good?
guys.
Keep it locked here at verbaltapcast.com for more information, guys.